even said that right there. Hello, good morning. Oopsies, I'm accidentally hitting Siri.
Good morning, everyone. Feel like it's been a minute since me and Haley have been together, but
It has. So like always, we're on both of our accounts. If you're new here, I'm Haley. I'm a registered nurse of 9 years. And back in April, I was tired of being burnt out and not spending enough time with my daughter. So I started High Ticket Sales.
and I'm Jordan. I have been a nurse for about 6 years, and I think it was May. I was also feeling burnt out and just wanted more time freedom, income freedom, and I started High Ticket Sales.
Yeah, so this morning, Jordan and I have something kind of fun that we want to talk about. So her and I really vibe with like the spiritual and astrological things. And so that is what we like to talk about. So Jordan had a really fun idea of talking about why 2026 is going to be such a big year.
Yeah, and so like Haley said, I'm super into like astrology and all the things. I like Chinese astrology, and I like just kind of like our, normal, I guess, modern astrology. And so I had looked into like what year this is. And so this year is the year of the horse. And how Chinese astrology works is they have like different elements. I think it's like wood, fire, earth, metal, or water.
Yeah.
And so this year ends up being the year of the fire horse. And the last time that there was a year of the fire horse was 1966. So it kind of cycles through every 60 years. And depending on like what you are, can also, so like I was born the year of the fire tiger. And so you can kind of look up and see like when you were born, and like you can kind of like mesh the year you were born with like the fire horse this year.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Okay, so then people, like, you can just go to Google or like ChatGPT and type in your specific like birthday and things like that, and then that is how you'll find out where you are. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is like one of the most like rarest and like energetic cycles that there is. And like I said, the last one being in 1966. And so I had just kind of Googled, and I was like, well, what exactly happened in 1966? Like, I know that the 60s was, there was kind of a lot going on. But so like, and before I get too far, so the fire horse year starts February 17th. So their year, like their astrology years are different than like ours are. And so like what happened in 1966? So that is when like Vietnam reached intense levels. They had the civil rights revolutions, spiritual awakening, cultural revolution. So that was also the year that like Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, and the Rolling Stones, they shaped counterculture. So kind of it was the birth of like the hippie movement, that kind of stuff. So that was the year that society basically said, like, we are done blindly obeying the systems. And so that's when like feminism also like came to a head. And basically it was like 1966, it was like chaotic, and it was like the ignition point for global awakening. But 2026 is not repeating 1966. It's just different, I guess. So it's kind of like completing it. It was, how it explained it to me is that like 1966 was like planting the seeds, and 2026 we're harvesting what we planted. So
yeah. And so like she kind of said, the energy around like the fire horse is that going against the outdated systems and really leadership taking action and financial like reconstructing and all those things. And if you, before you even knew about this, just like what has happened in like the last month and even the end of 2025, you cannot deny that shift in energy. And like, just like, I'm not going to get political or anything on here because like I doesn't matter whatever,
Right.
but like you can just feel it. Okay, you can
Yeah.
feel it and you can see it within the United States, and because that's all that's being talked about right now, I'm sure there's things in other countries as well that like we are just not being exposed to. So like it's
Right.
you can sense it. Yeah.
Right. Like there's a peak in energy for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why it was just so cool to like look, like go back and be like, what happened in 1966 and be like, wow, I don't know. Like, it's just kind of mind blowing to me. Right.
Mhm.
Like just how, because I mean, it's not like I live my life based on like, you know, astrology and like
signs. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just really cool to like put it into perspective and then kind of take what we knew from the past as far as like energy and stuff like that and maybe implement it into, you know, whether it's like our business,
Yeah.
you know, and just kind of turn it into a positive, I guess.
Mhm. Well, exactly. And like now, I don't know why I didn't think of this a second ago, but like the nurses in New York, all of the protesting that's going on there. And I mean, I know that there's been protests in Minnesota as well and other states, but like New York right now, like that is a huge one for sure. And like it's just like this is the time where people are reaching burnout and they're looking for something different and they're wanting a real change, not a superficial change, but like deep all the way down to the core change.
Yep. Well, and so that's where too, it just kind of talked about how like why nurses and like healers are being hit the hardest. And it's just, we are empaths. We're healers, we care for people. And so when systems collapse, we tend to feel it first because we're the healers and we are to like guide others, right? Is initially what it is. And so
like you can just as an empath, like she was saying, you can feel other people's energy and feel the energy around you. And like that is why we're like some of the first ones to be like, whoa, hold on. This is not like something does not feel right. We need to make changes and things like that. And yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so in 1966 also is kind of like when the whole like the spiritual awakening, so like spirituality kind of took a different, you know, turn from what it was. But and so we're shifting from what was mind-based healing to body-based healing. And so then it's kind of because our nervous system feels everything. And so that's why, you know, we want to focus on like breathing, meditation, focusing on like maybe some past trauma. And because the nervous system is where like anxiety lives, burnout lives, you know, exhaustion. And so yeah, just kind of like, I don't know, being aware of that kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because your body holds on to trauma and anxiety within its muscles and within its connective tissue, like the fascia. And as much as people want to say like, oh, that's so woo, no, it's like proven, like massage therapists and physical therapists and occupational therapists that do like muscle release and that fascia release, literally when your body goes into fight or flight, all of those muscles clench up, right? Like especially in your pelvis and in your hips. And when your muscles clench up, your fascia, which is the connective tissue between like your skin and your muscles and your tendons and your organs, when you're clenched up and then that fascia starts to connect itself, you literally get stuck in there. You get stuck in physical fight or flight. And so you need to be able to release the muscles and the fascia. And when you do that, you actually feel better. Right.
Mhm.
And then when you physically feel better, then you're able to focus on like mentally feeling better. And when she's talking about like the meditation and like guided imagery, like those types of things to help reset your brain then from fight or flight into more regulatory, like you both need to physically feel it and mentally feel it in order for it to be like a successful transition, I guess, out of
Yep.
fight or flight.
Well, even like, so I actually just started doing it. It's like almost like sound therapy.
Yeah.
And so it's like you can even just like listen to these different sounds and like I don't even know. It's
I
just
did.
crazy.
Yeah, I did one the other day, and what is his name? I'm just gonna look up his name quick on Spotify.
Yeah.
He does these guided imagery, whatever, and the Monroe Institute. And I think I did one of like his dolphin ones or something. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Really?
Yes, it was so good. And like when you do these types of things, make sure you're not driving and like whatever. It's not like hypnotism or anything like that, but it does like relax your whole body. But yeah, on Spotify, Monroe Institute, and it was specifically was the ocean consciousness one. It was good.
Yeah. Well, like I like almost like fell asleep. And I mean, there's been a couple times where it's like I just feel like, okay, so we had family Christmas at my sister's and like my brothers and sisters and my nephews and like everyone was there and it just got to be like crazy. And so like I just had to go check out for a minute, you know? And to just like, I know it sounds stupid, but literally it's so relaxing to just like listen to these sounds and
reset your nervous system. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Like even the people, you'll come across them on TikTok every once in a while too, where they play the whatever special flutes made out of bamboo or like, like the different vibrations that they do with their drums or whatever. Like it does just reset your nervous system.
Well, it's like, okay, have you had a massage before?
I have not had a real massage before. No, only what my husband considers a massage. So,
oh my God, Haley, you're missing out. Okay. So if you go get a massage, and I've had probably hundreds of them, when I was travel nursing, it was kind of like one of my like weekly things, just to kind of help me relaxed and stuff. And so if you've ever had a massage, when you go have a massage, like the music that they have playing in the background, it's kind of like, basically just like sounds, and it's just so relaxing. And I mean, think about it. Like, what if you were in there trying to get a massage, listening to like rap music or, like, yes. I just feel like that wouldn't be very relaxing,
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah. So essentially to wrap up that little section there, essentially, like this year is the year that you really need to focus on having your body feel safe, feeling regulated, and really like embodying yourself. Right.
Yeah.
So like, this isn't the year to be like focusing on hustle and grinding and like forcing things that aren't there. It is about stepping into the things that you feel align with you. Like taking aligned action in your life and making sure that, you're not just hustling to hustle. Like you're just not picking up shifts because like that's what you're told to do. No, you need to be focusing on what makes you happy and what is going to make your family happy in the end.
Yep. Well, yeah. And so then that kind of brings us into kind of the next thing is the financial system that's transforming. So as far as like digital ownership and the entrepreneurship, leverage, scalable income, passive systems. And so this is why the entrepreneurship is like exploding, especially among women.
Yeah.
And just kind of stepping into like building assets and ownership and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. And so like, not to get all feminism here or whatever, but like Nobody blinks an eye when when a man decides to start a business or decides to join something that is considered like out of the norm, right? Because that's kind of how they were raised, right? Like you are the breadwinner, you're going to go out there. Like I'm thinking specifically like back in the day when the stock markets were big and it's ran by men and like, men are the ones that make the money. Well, now in today's day and age, women are just as capable, right? We have just as much access to the information, right? Like that is like we are in a time where we are stepping up, right? Like we have access to the information. We deserve to have stable income and leverage our credit scores and ultimately like set our family up for freedom. So like let's take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know about your husband, but my boyfriend, he's like, you want to make all the money? Good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Make all the money.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm very fortunate too that like my husband is very supportive and he is like, you know what, if that's what you want to do, go for it. He's like, I trust you. I believe in you. I know that you only do the thing because I'm really stubborn. I only do the things that like I want to do in life and that like honest to God make me happy. And so he's like, if that makes you happy, go for it. Like go for it.
Well, and it's like, you put thought into it. It's not like it's some irresponsible thing that you just like decided on a whim, like, I don't know. I totally agree with that too. Like, my boyfriend is supportive, but I mean, and he would probably even be supportive if I came up with some crazy idea, like not starting a business or something. I couldn't think of anything, but he'd be like, okay, I suppose.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what like true trust and support is though, is like you trust each other enough to like trust their own decisions and things in life. And like, that is what it's about. And, we keep going back to making sure that like, this is the year that you're going to do things that you align with. So like, both Jordan and I have done like the human design thing and like I'm going to do a little like I'm going to get signed up and like do the actual reading or whatever with that, but like she makes very instinctive decisions and then I'm like a gut decision maker. And so like when we feel aligned with something, we just know and we just do it. And so it's not that we aren't looking into it and we aren't researching and we aren't whatever, but like when we know, we know.
Yeah.
And like, that's kind of what I'm meaning by like what aligns with you and what is like instinctive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, I mean, for how many, since I can remember, it's always been like, oh, the women's intuition, or like, listen to your gut or, that kind of stuff, because it's real.
Yeah.
It is real. And but that's where you have to become like safe with yourself and just kind of have that mindset, because it can be confused with like, because an instinct or like a gut intuition, it happens fast. And it only really like happens like one time. It's not something that, if I sit and like mull over this idea, that my instinct is going to keep telling me, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, and I think maybe the gut one is different, but as far as like me being like an instinct, it's quick. And it happens in like quietness. It doesn't happen in like chaos, right? And so that's where you have to like step back and like slow your mind and regulate your nervous system so that you can hear these things.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I kind of do relate with like you saying that like it's kind of like it just kind of like happens in a moment. And I kind of like feel the same way. It is a little bit different with the gut one. Like I would say like for example, whenever I first saw High Ticket and I saw Jess doing it, I was like, oh, I think I could do that. But then I let my fear get in there, right? And my fear was like, it's probably not, and moved on, right? But then fast forward 3 months, as soon as I actually reached out to her and I got my questions answered and watched the masterclass, I was like, oh no, yeah, that's right. This is like, I was right initially,
Yeah.
But yeah, and like start letting fear get in there,
Well, and that's where like I seen my friend post it, initially reached out to her and like hit the ground running. And I was like, there was like a sign and I was like, okay, this is it. You know, like I didn't wait 3 months. Like I was just like, nope, I feel it. This is it. Let's go. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. After I got like my questions answered, I had zero hesitation at that point. I was like, yep.
Right.
This is it. This is what it is. And now fast forward however many months now, I've changed not only like my financial like goals and whatever like energetic minimums for money and things like that, but like I've also changed my mindset with everything, with life, with positivity, with manifestation, like literally going from a person who has worked rotating shifts, day shift to night shift, switching back every single week, hardly sleeping for literally years, like 9 some years, to all of a sudden now, here I am. I will now be starting a day shift only job. Like my work schedule, I'm just going to turn around and show you guys here. My work schedule for day shift is literally, I'm going to show you February here.
I am so freaking excited for you.
Literally, so, oops, where did it go? February, in the month of February, I only am going to be working, where is it?
Well, and especially coming
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. So
yeah,
it flips into March at the bottom of this. Can you see? So there's February and it flips into March at the bottom, but 2, 4, 6, 8 days in an entire month is all that I will be working, and they're day shift. I won't have to be doing that flip-flopping anymore. And you know what? I did not, like, this is what I mean. Like the mindset manifestation. I did not ask for day shift. I did not ask my boss to switch up my schedule. I did not ask any of these things. I manifested it into my life, and all of a sudden one day got an email saying, hey, this is what I'm offering you. What do you think? And I was like, oh, what? Yes, right. yes. No hesitation. Yes. Like, yes.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and if, you know, I don't know, if you haven't worked nights, like you don't understand.
No, like you work 2 days, but really that's 4 days because your day before you have to take a nap. So you only get half of a day. Then you work all night, sleep during the day, work another night. And then that day that you're off, then you get off at 7 a.m, you're sleeping half the day, you know?
Or you're exhausted trying to like stay awake as long as you can to get back on a normal schedule. It's just, it's so, I did it when I was younger and it was a lot easier than like if I were to do it now. Oh my gosh, it just takes so much recovery time.
It does. And my daughter was so excited when I told her that I will get to be home for bedtime 99% of the time, you know, like, because if I get off of work on time, and now in the ER, I get off more on time than when I work the inpatient unit. But I will probably be home when she's still awake in bed. You know, I can crawl in and cuddle with her, whatever. And she was so excited because my husband and I both working swing shift. I mean, somebody different was always putting her to bed, whether it was myself or my husband or my mother-in-law. And like just the last few months, she's really been having a hard time. Like, she's like, I just want to stay awake till dad gets home. It's like, well, that's 9 o'clock, kiddo, and you're 3.5. So like, you know,
right.
So yeah, it is. Just, yeah.
I don't want to deal with that in the morning.
Right. I know. Ugh.
So where do you want to go from here?
Oh yeah. Let me pull open. I accidentally exited out of what I was in here. So where were we? Da, 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 da. Oh yes, we were right there. So yeah, essentially, this is the year that you probably are going to start to feel restless where you are if you're not aligned, if you're not feeling connected, if you're not happy, right? So you're gonna start to feel restless and probably disconnected from your stuff. You're gonna be like, I feel like there's something else I should be doing. What is it? I don't know. And you're gonna feel, I don't want to say depressed, but probably like you're just not going to feel happy. And like you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Like you are changing as a person. Your life is rearranging around you, and you need to take a step in the right direction, right? Instead of just staying where you are and being unhappy, like make a change. Okay. It's going to feel scary. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but it's what you need. Right. And so, like, whether that means a career shift, or where you're living, or the relationship that you're in, or just like your habits in life, right? Like maybe this is the year that you are going to become more health conscious, things like that. So, like, it doesn't have to just mean one thing, it can mean multiple things. But like if you're making the shift consciously, like, okay, I know I'm not happy in this part of my life, I'm going to make a change, right? And you do it and you do it in a way that feels good. That's the aligned change that we're talking about. That's going to put you where you need to be in life. Is there anything else you want to say about that? I kind of went on a little ramble.
Well, so this year it's a high energy year. And it rewards courage and movement. And so like whether you're planning, like Haley said, a career change, starting a business, whatever, this is the year to move forward with intention, with fire. And so some things that can kind of help you are like, let go of the need for perfection. Horses move fast and they make decisions in the moment. Learn to trust your instincts and, learn by doing. And it's okay to make mistakes. Like that's how I learn best, actually, is by, doing something maybe not the right way and then tweaking it, or,
messy action. Just start and figure it out as you go. Like that is how you make changes in life. Like if you just sat here and overthought every negative thing that was going to happen, you never do anything. But if you start and you focus and think about and worry about all the good things that could happen, you're going to find out that it is a much more pleasant experience, and you're going to get to where you want to go so much faster. If you just don't dwell on the negative things, think of all the positive things that can happen, and just one step in front of the other. If they don't work out, take another step. Take a step to the left, take a step to the right, figure it out,
Well, and it's just like, just embrace the things that you want to do. Because time is happening, time is moving. And, I guess for me, it's just like, I don't know, what is the point of living if you're not doing the things that like light your fire?
Yes.
And, I want to be that like old grandma that like tells her kids or her grandkids or her great grandkids, like all these exciting stories. And I just feel like if you sit in the mundane and your comfort zone, like that's not where stories are made.
It's your experiences made in memories. No. And like, I have thought this way for a long time, like, honestly, probably my whole life. And I don't know if my parents told me it or if I was just like born thinking this, I don't know. But like, instead of like focusing on like, what do you want to do for work? What do you want to work? What do you want to do for work? No, focus on the life that you want to live. What does your life look like? What do you want it to look like? Do you want to be working 40 plus hours a week and never seeing your family and grind? Perfect. Sure. Then that is what you can do. But if you want your life to look like relaxing mornings, drinking coffee and watching the birds, you want a life where you can go for a walk outside in the woods, right? Then find a job that you can work that allows you to drink your coffee at home in the morning and allows you to live in a place where you can go walk outside, right? You're not going to want to find a corporate job in New York City where your job starts at 7:15 in the morning and you have to walk 12 blocks to get to a park. Like,
Right.
then you're not going to be living the life that you want, you know? Like if you want that, sure, but is that where you want to live and how you want to have to, you know, drink your coffee and go for a walk? No. So like
Well,
build your career, build your job around your lifestyle, not the other way around.
right. Well, and that's what's so great about this business is, I mean, you can, because like you, I know you said before, like we're nurses. We love being nurses. We love taking care of people, but I don't want to like wreck myself in the process of doing that. And so just to be able to have that financial freedom to work less shifts,
Enjoy the shifts that you actually are working.
right? Instead of just being like burnt out and, you know, bitter, because I felt like that's how I was becoming. I mean, I've only been in it 6 years and I felt like I'd been doing it for 35.
Yeah, because let's be honest, whether you have spoken to a nurse that has worked 6 days in a row or you are the nurse that has worked 6 days in a row, you are not the same person that you were on day one. You do not have the same positive outlook on life. You do not have the same positive outlook on your finances. You don't have a positive outlook at all because you're so burnt out and you're so tired and you just want to quit your job and be done forever, right? But finding something, finding a job, finding like this business has helped Jordan and I be able to live the life that we want, which mine is that drink my coffee and go for a walk outside and like whatever, spend every bedtime with my daughter. Like this has allowed me to do that, but still allowed me to go and care for patients in emergency medicine, which I love. But I don't get burnt out because after my 2 days that week, I'm like, okay, like, okay, I need time to recover mentally, physically, so that I can enjoy it again the next time.
Yep, exactly. And that's what it's all about. Like, you know, and that's the thing too, is like we tell our kids, you can be anything you want to be. And, you know, we actually believe it and they actually believe us, right? And, but it's like, then it's like we don't believe that we can do whatever it is that we want to do, you know? And I just think that that is like the wrong mindset to have because it's like you can do what you want to do. And you know, I wasn't even, when I started this business, I knew I was going to do it. I didn't know what the timeline looked like. I didn't even know for sure that I was going to like enjoy doing it, right? I started for the financial reasons, okay? Being selfish, I guess. But now it's like, oh my gosh, I like wake up and I just am like excited to like learn and implement all these things into my business. And like, you know, the people that we like the camaraderie between all the people in our group is just amazing. Like our leaders just pour into us all the time and want nothing but abundance and winning. And I don't know, it's just amazing. And our leaders too, like they pour into us like other teams don't. So they actually, they just had a retreat in New York in December.
Yeah.
And they're having another retreat in March for a certain level, like a lower level of women or whatever, but it's a yacht day in Miami.
Okay, and so like here's the thing though. When we say lower level, it is not really lower level. It is women that have already made close to what, like $30 some thousand. Yeah. Probably. So like that is when she says lower level, it's not actually lower level, but like the women that got to go to New York, those women have made, oh my gosh, from
200,000 plus.
$200,000+ is how much they made, and they went to New York. Okay, so then like now the women that are going to go to Miami for a yacht day, they've made around like $30,000 to $40,000 in their business, probably more, right? And like they are taking those women on that trip to show them like, hey, you worked so hard. You deserve this. We are going to show you how much you deserve this, right?
Mhm.
And then
And it's
we're
all paid
also,
for.
yeah. And then also here in February, there is going to be a gala in California. And the women from our team that have chosen to go to that they're also getting a mansion on the beach that we get to like share rooms and things. So I'm so excited. And I
Yeah.
think that on the call last night, they said that there's like 40 some of us going, which is so crazy. So
I
crazy.
know. And I want to go so bad, and maybe it'll happen last minute, but like right now we just have some things like already planned. But yes, I am like so excited for everybody who's going, and wish that I could be there, and I'll be there in spirit if I can't be there in, body. But yeah, and so it's just like, and also like they do like little contests, and like you can win prizes. They'll let you choose. And I just, and it's for doing stuff that is
we're already doing. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Benefiting
like
you
an
and your
appreciation thing. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And last night we had a team call, and there was like 180 some of us on that call. And just the energy that was on there was so fun. Like the first 20 minutes was women just talking about their wins for the week, for the month, for the year. And like not just financial, but like family life, career, like their career life, all those types of things. And it just is so fun and raises your spirit so much to be like, yeah, that's right. That is why like we are part of this group of women. And
sharing wins for
others people, yes, like not just themselves, like, hey, I'm shouting out so and so because of X, Y, and Z. And like it just is so good to be in a group of people that actually wants you to succeed. Like it is not I want to get that raise over you, I want this over you. No, like everything in this business is based off of your own work ethic, right? Your own everything. Like there is not like she's going to do better than me. Like, no, if you make X amount of sales, you're going to get a rate. Like you get a pay increase no matter what. Like it's not one person over another, right? It's based on your sales that you make. So like it is so fun to just watch everyone kick butt, honestly.
I know. Well, and just like, because there's so many, different people, everybody's different. And so even just to like hear everybody's different thoughts on, like how to do something.
Yeah.
It's not just like one way. And yeah, I don't know. There's this girl on our team, and she just kind of stepped out of her comfort zone, and she's been doing really good with her content. And, she hired a business coach, and I was just like, she was nervous. And I was just so super proud of her. And I was thinking about her yesterday, and I messaged her, and I was just like, hey, I just want you to know like how proud I am of you and how good you're doing. And she was like, oh my gosh, you must have a sixth sense, because I so needed this today. And so like just stuff like that, and I know Haley, you've done that for me before too. And it's just like, you know what I mean? To like wake up to those positive messages from people who are like, I am seeing a change in you, and it's a good change.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, instead of just like thinking those things to yourself, like why not tell that person, tell them the positive things? Because like you said, a lot, like sometimes like that person, like they are just having a day where they needed to hear that. And you have no idea what someone else is going through or what their thoughts are or how things are in their life. So when you have something positive to share with them, just do it, because that could be the one thing that changes everything for them, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah. And this month too, we are having, so it's a cash back. So you get, it's like anywhere from $1,700.
I think the highest I heard was up to $2,500 cash back just for starting.
Yeah. And, so it's just like, this business isn't for everybody, and I get that. But how do you know unless you check it out? Because like Haley said, she was like, saw it and was like, oh yeah, maybe, no. But then 3 months later, and like, look at her now,
Yeah. Yeah. And like this amount of cash back that is being offered right now, this is like, I've been here since April and it has never been this large before. Like, I don't know what the flip is going on, but like, this is the time to take advantage of it, because I don't know if they're going to continue it after the end of January, but like for right now, it's only being offered for January. So like, this is the time.
And it's basically like, I don't even know. So basically you would come in with like, what is it? What would normally be like 3 points?
So yeah, so like there's two different things happening right now. There's a cash back option, and then there's a separate one as well, depending on like where you can come into the business, that could actually like give you additional like set you up farther in the business than you would starting on a regular month. So like essentially you would be able to make more money faster if you started this month versus like last month.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I would have died if it was like this when I started.
Right? I'd be like, oh my God, I'd be so much, honest to God, so much farther ahead if
right.
Yeah. So like you guys are going to be kicking butt if you come in this month, like honestly.
Yeah. And so it's like, reach out to me or Haley, and we can get you some information, and we'll just kind of ask some information of you, just kind of like what your goals are. We want to get to know you, have a relationship with you, so that we can help you the best moving forward. And so, just reach out. We can give you some information. And go from there.
And like we've been talking to, we are a very tight knit group of people. And like, that is why we ask the personal questions that we do, because we want to actually know, and we actually care, and we want you to succeed. And if you're not honest with us and don't tell us like your actual goals, your actual reasons why, your actual like financial hardships, like how are we supposed to help you if we don't know how to help you? Right. And so
we're not asking those things to judge at all.
No. The questions that I was asked whenever I first started, and they're the same ones we're going to ask you, are how much money do you want to make per month? Right? What do you currently make per month? What do your monthly bills look like for you? Do you have extra set aside? Are you happy with that amount? Are you able to do everything you want to do? And what is your credit score?
Yep.
That's what I'm asked. And none of that information is shared with anyone else besides the people that you're talking with, like your direct mentor and their direct mentor. And that is so we can come up with a good plan on how to get you started and help you come into the business with a zero down option. Because like we can't look into zero down financing if we don't know how much you make and if we don't know your credit score. That is why we ask.
Yeah. And it just sets us up for like when we do the call together. Then we've already done like our research and our due diligence on like how we can help you, so that we don't have to do it while we're on the call,
Yeah. Just sets us up for a better call where we can help you come up with a plan.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jordan, for hopping on with me. It's always fun. And we will see you guys probably next week. So have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Bye.